Welcome back to Captain of Industry. This is episode 59, and last time we actually got this thing set up, or at least this part. This is producing Fertilizer 2 on a quite large scale once everything would be running on full throttle. What I did after the last video is actually not that much. I did put in a food packs factory into this whole mess here, and it is producing some food packs now, and I actually was able to almost fill a ship. So I think what we are gonna do right now is we are gonna unpass this, which should fill this ship up, and once that happened, as you can see, there's the last container. And once that one is in, we should... Oh, we need another one. Okay, so yeah, once those containers are in, that ship should be leaving. And we need to unpause it. So now this ship should be leaving. And it should bring back quite a bit of ammonia, so we can actually use all that fertilizer, all that organic fertilizer. I am producing food packs from excess food, so yeah, that does make sense. And while the ship is actually going, I want to do a little bit of an announcement. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, as you maybe see if you're watching this in May of 2026. If you're a later point, maybe we're already over it, but at 1,000 subscribers we are going to do a little live stream. And I also got a few small things I want to give away or give back to you as a community. So yeah, if you are not subscribed yet to this channel, that would be a great point right now to do that. You can also go check out my Patreon, where all my blueprints from Captain of Industry are, and yeah, you're supporting me to do what I'm doing here, and I would really appreciate that. If you are not interested in that, I would just like on this video so it gets shown to more people, and we are gonna start. What I want to do today, or let's wait for the ship to come back. I would have to talk a little bit slower so the ship had time to come back. Wow. Okay. No, but yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very grateful for all your support until now in this episode. And there the ship is. Support on your series. I was wildly misspelling that. That is fine. And there is ammonia coming in, which I guess will be unloaded now and be brought into here, and then into here, and yeah, that will keep our system running here. Now, of course, we are still kind of lacking on slack. That is not a big deal. We mainly need it for our sulfur, and if we don't have organic fertilizer, if we don't have enough ammonia from sour water, we can now get it from food packs. So we should be pretty good. Like, this one is also prioritized. So we should be pretty good to make quite a lot of fertilizer, which we will eventually use for those farms. Now, I kind of want to wait with building those farms, probably until all of this is gone. Not sure if that's gonna happen soon. Maybe we're gonna start building it before. What I really want to work towards is electronics. As I said in a lot of videos already, we kind of want to get into rockets, and rockets are here. We already got those, but I want to just keep going here into orbital research to eventually finish this research here. And also I want to go into this next research here, which needs electronics too, which needs microchips. Microchips are very complicated to make, as you can see here. And yeah, we do not have the capacity to do any of this, but we already got quite a bit of silicon going. And we could actually unpause those. So we are actually making some more silicon. This is working beautifully. So yeah, so next thing, if we have silicon here, silicon. We want to make some PCBs out of this, okay? Glass is pretty easy because we do have our huge glass plant. All blueprints are on my Patreon, by the way. Yeah, we do have this large glass blueprint, which is great. So glass is not a big problem. Plastic is actually a problem. I'm at the moment just producing plastic from a little bit of naphtha. And the problem with that is that now that we are running those ships on hydrogen, we are not really using any diesel anymore. I mean, we are still making rubber from diesel, which I will probably continue for a while to make from diesel. But the plastic and stuff, I'm not yet sure how to deal with this. Well, because plastic you can make in a lot of different ways. Let's see. You can make it from ethanol or from naphtha, so from basically oil products, or you can make it from basically corn or sugar. Now, sugar would be a great way of doing things here. The thing with that is we kinda would need sugar cane, and I think growing it is not something I want to do. So I think I would, and also it's kind of complicated. Wait, so we would make the sugar cane into sugar, and then the sugar into ethanol, and then the ethanol into plastics. So I'm not yet sure how to deal with this. For now, I guess we will just keep doing it from naphtha, and as we need to upgrade our rubber, we will hopefully produce enough. I am also still running those ships on diesel, this one and also this one. Eventually, maybe I also have to have one of those ships running on diesel, just to use enough diesel to actually do things. But I really like our low air pollution here, and our low ship pollution, so I don't really like doing it differently. But okay, so we will have to have the plastic, oh wait, where is the silicon used? Silicon, is it only used in the next steps? Oh yeah, it's used in this step here to make the electronics. So let's not do assembly 4 because that needs teraflops. I mean, it's fun and all if we want to do that, but we can also just upgrade it later, I guess, right? Because those are producing a huge amount of silicon, so that should not be a problem. So we need to have a glass station here. We need to have a plastic and copper station, and maybe even more than one copper station. So what I'm thinking, how much of those do we have right now? We currently have 4 of those, and that is actually not quite enough, I think. So I want to at least double it. So that would be at least 8 of those. Let's actually also get rid of those designations. Something like this. And maybe we should actually, let's get rid of you. I think we should actually get rid or move this one over a little. Well, no, it does not matter right now. Okay, so I want to have at least 8 of those, and then we can upgrade them eventually. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And we can eventually upgrade them to make double this. And I just want to keep it expandable, I think. So we will basically have them like here, and we could add even more if we need to. That means we need to have electronics here. So 12 electronics. So let's see. Electronics need a shit ton of copper and some rubber. So what do we have here? So microchips are not going to be in this episode. I can already tell you that. That's going to take way too long. But so this is 12. So one of those. So we can basically have like 4 of those for all of those. But we probably also want to have some electronics, some other electronics for... the tier 1 maintenance does need electronics, and we are currently running 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 assemblers worth of electronics 1. Or is electronics 1 used for anything else? Yes, it will be used for household appliances, which will eventually go here, I think. Or here, actually. We'll have to see. So... and also lab equipment. So I guess we want to use quite a bit, or we want to produce quite a bit more electronics. So maybe let's do like 8. And then that's gonna be like 48 each, because eventually we're gonna use this one. The question is 48 times 8 times... wrong keyboard layout. Here. That's okay, that's gonna work. So we want to do 8, and those are gonna support those. This is only 12 times 8 if we'll upgrade it. 12 times 8. Wrong. 12 times 8 is 100. How far will that get us? I think we'll need more. That's only gonna get us around 6 times 8, so only around 48 of those. I mean, it's not bad, but maybe we want to actually build this to a full belt of output. What is the highest? The electronics are the highest output, so 24, because if I'm thinking about upgrading this eventually, so 24, so 450 divided by 24 is 18, so we could do 16 of those. So that would work, and that would mean we would have those going here. And then the street is gonna go there, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But basically we could do something like this. And then those are gonna be connected to those. And... well, technically, let's just put them here. And what will that stuff need? So if we would do that, that is 16 times 12. 16 times 12. 192 divided by 24 is 8. So we need at least 8 of those. That should be this, right? So that would mean this, and then we'll have the silicon going in, and the electronics going in, and the PCBs going in. So that will work. And then we have those just for now to make excess electronics, which can be taken via train. Now, how are we gonna do the stacker thing? The stacker idea. Let's also plot out. So that's electronics 2 dealt with. Then electronics 2 are also gonna be put on trains to, for example, go here. Full trash. Oh yeah, we are running out on, or our capacity for trash is starting to get into a problematic direction. And I cannot really boost it because the rest of the system is not able to handle that. So I think, is this gonna be the solution for now? Maybe, right? Now that's gonna be a hit on our pollution there. But I don't think I have any other good... Yeah, I don't have any other good idea how to deal with that right now. Well, except for expanding, but maybe I will do that after the episode. Okay, veggies are also still low and are getting lower by the second. I did put a balancer in with priority to this, but I did use, or if this one isn't full, I am using excess organic fertilizer through this long pipe on the farms, and that is working quite well. Okay, back to electronics. I'm sorry, I get distracted all the time in this game. It's really bad, and sorry for that. Okay, let's keep going. So that is a lot of copper. I'm actually thinking, I mean, copper is here, technically here. Would it be worth it to just belt it over? Or do we wanna run it to those stations and bring via train? That is definitely something I'll have to think about. But that glass I'm definitely not gonna belt. That is it's also not a lot of glass. And the plastic I will have to bring in. So let's take some stations here. Let's copy this. And that's the wrong type, but that's fine. And then we'll take you. So we'll have at least one. I'm not yet sure where to place it. Let's just place them. Let's place them here. So we'll have glass, we'll have the plastic. So we'll have glass. Let's actually put the right things in already. Glass and plastic. So that's both those stations. That's a unit station. So we'll have glass and plastic. So let's put glass in here, and let's take this one away. Unload glass. And then we will have, and let's also pause all of those. And copy this. And then we will delete this for a second. So, okay, so glass will have plastic. Plastic. And we'll do this. And then we will need a shit ton of copper. Will I bring it in via belt? I mean, those are long belts if we do that. But basically I could put balancers in here and just bring those over like that. I mean, that is a legit idea. It's just not getting better with all the belt mess I got here. But I definitely could take the copper from here. I probably even have some balancers somewhere. I mean, this one would be one. For example, this one is also a belt that is going directly to those electronics there. I will think about it. I'm probably going to belt it because this is not worth the effort, I think, to actually get... Where is it? No, I don't think that is worth to train, because the trains will go here and then they have to drive all the way to here to unload and then go all the way around to go back in here. I don't think that's worth it. I will probably just go with some long belts. But glass and plastics and rubber. We'll actually need some rubber. Now, how much rubber will we need? That is 8 times 16. 8 times 16. Oh, that is easily done by one station. And then the PCBs are coming from there. So that is all the stations we will need for what we built already. And so basically those are going here. I kind of also want to have a street going along here, I think. but I will have to lay out that in a second. And then we will have electronics too. And they are made into a few different things. Now, vehicle parts, I don't think I want to build here. I mean, we could bring some more steel and we would automatically have vehicle parts being done here. But we can also just do that on the side of this and just belt stuff over. That is definitely something that is possible. And yeah, I don't think so. So what we are gonna do with this, we wanna eventually make it into electronics 3, right? And that will need microchips, and I don't want to deal with those right now. And also, yeah, I think office supplies, those composite cores, I think composite cores are gonna be built at the same place as we make our vehicle parts, for example. And yeah, I think I don't want to deal with those here. But what I want to do, so wait, output is gonna be electronics. A lot of them actually. And with 1 or 2 stations taking electronics away, then we are gonna make electronics 2. And we are gonna make electronics 3 here. I think that's what I want to do. And they are basically gonna be here or over here. Now question is there electronics 4? No, right? Nope. Yeah, I think our server used for anything besides trading, right? Trading is using servers for iron. That is what I'm... Oh, also servers for gold. But wasn't there a server? Yeah, server for iron. That's probably the one we are gonna use once this is up and running. This is very overwhelming here. High supply of ammonia. Why? Yeah, I don't really care if this one is high supply, am I? It's just important that... No, because I do not care if we have too much sour water, or at least for now, I do not care. Yes, but this is producing a lot of fertilizer too. Okay. Veggies are still low, I don't care. Okay, low supply of diesel. What is using that much diesel right now? Is it the rubber? The rubber making? And why? We do have too much sour water? Because we have too much water. Is that the case? That is very weird. Like, very weird. Oh, that is because we are not using the naphtha. Okay, so we have to... No, this one is going in here, but you are full. And we don't need that much water. What is going on? What is going on with that water? I mean, I can do some weird things and just bring the water over the mountain here. And for example, into here. That will help. But that just means we need new water coming in from this side. But if it helps, I mean, if that is the solution, then I'm happy. But I don't like that. I don't like that. But it does make sense because we are using the naphtha and we are not burning it to get rid of this water. So I think that's what is causing this. And we are very low on plastic. Yeah, we'll have to deal with plastic, definitely. And let's try. Wait, how would that look here? Basically, it's the same thing as we did here. just around here probably. Maybe we could even do something like this. And just to get some more, yeah, something like this, so we can have one train waiting there. And then we will basically have to take this away again. And we will take you. And we'll see where we can put it. Something like this. And then we'll have the same thing as we have there. And we'll have those stations. Doesn't really matter. Just in the middle. Yeah, something like this. And let's see if we can connect those up here, but that should not be an issue. Something like this. And then we'll have those. We'll basically we'll put those back in here. And no, that is definitely the wrong. That is definitely the wrong direction. This is going. Okay, something like this, and we'll keep running this along here. Something like this, and we will take you. Can we? Okay, we can't. That is fine. Something like this. And it's colliding with a pillar there. Okay, but something like this works, and then we just have to move all those pillars around, and we'll connect that up. So that is a basic okay layout. And then we take this. We'll make. Let's do something like this. So what are we bringing in? We are bringing in plastics. I will probably put those here. So we'll have. Let's do something like this. So we'll have plastics here. We'll have. Why is there 2 times plastic? So glass, plastics, and rubber. So we'll have rubber. No, we'll actually have rubber here. Rubber. And we'll have plastics. And we will have some glass. Whoops, wrong button. Glass. There we go. Something like this. And then we'll connect all of those up. I think that should... Yeah, that should work somehow. We basically just do something like this. We take you here. We take you here and over. And we take you here and over, and then so basically we'll do something like this. We'll do something like this, and we'll do actually let's do something like this. Let's take this one back and let's turn you around, and then we can connect you up here. And we can do the same thing here. And we'll take you, bring you here. And then we'll have you be connected to this one. And we'll have you connected there. And that should work out quite nicely. Now, let's see if we can... That's the wrong way around. Let's get rid of this again. Can we get this built just so we can have the trucks driving through there? And then we'll connect all of this into here. Something like this. And that should do for the inputs. And then this is plastics and glass. It's kind of stupid. We should probably just do this, and we should put glass here. Glass here. And we should put... No, we should put rubber here. Rubber here. Rubber. Where is it? Like this. And then plastics there. So plastics in the middle. We will put you here, and here. And something like this. Okay, then we can connect all of this to this one. That's just a normal manifold. I will put that... I will actually put it here just for the reason of being able to expand it. And I will also align it quite nicely with this line here. I'm gonna take some parts out just so the trucks can drive through for the moment. But I will align it pretty much to the side, maybe like 4 tiles away. Just to make sure we could expand it there. And then I will take this one and I will see how I can connect this. But I think I don't want to bore you even more with all of this. So I guess we'll do this. And now the question is, how are we gonna deal with the waiting base for the distribution trains of electronics? I mean, there's a few options. We could even put the waiting bay here and the loading stations over the street over here, and we could put those in here. But yeah, I'm not quite convinced what I'm gonna do there. Yeah, let me try and figure this out. I will also pause the game, so we do not. Let's maybe go to nicer weather, and then I will pause the game. Do I want to make... Yeah, let's also make... Okay, let's pause the game here. Let's save this camera position, and we are gonna see each other in probably quite a while for me, but in a few seconds for you. Okay, so yeah, I set up this system here. And what it does, it's, you cannot see it here, but basically takes in, makes PCBs, it makes electronics, puts those together in 2 rows of electronics 2, and we also have a row for electronics 3, which will be connected to microchips, which we will produce here, as you can see. Now, I put down quite a lot of storage already. I also put down electronics 1, so we can have some electronics 1 for usage on the rest of the island. What I also noticed, we cannot really put more. If we upgrade those, of course, all of those would be upgraded once. We cannot have more than 8 of those beside this whole system. Or otherwise, this copper will not be enough what we built here, I think. So we are limited to around 350 electronics, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough. Basically, 350 electronics for household appliances and lab equipment and maintenance and everything. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. We will see if it's going to be enough. And I also put down those glass. They are starting to fill up the glass. There is a problem though. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So, but as soon as we build this one, we should see some trains coming in here and starting to get this filled up so we can get glass in. We are getting copper in, but now this system probably is running quite low on everything, so let's maybe get all of this going, which means we need more workers, which mean our food situation isn't gonna get better anytime soon. So that means, yeah, next time we probably have to deal with food, or we have to deal with food soonish in general. That's just what is happening. But yeah, so this should deal with some more copper now, because we want to keep this full, so our old production isn't stalling, but at the same time we want to get copper in here. We'll see. And as soon as I now unpause this one, we should also get a rubber train. Or is it already on its way? We should see a rubber train bringing rubber. Yes, this one. We should also see rubber train bringing rubber in. Now, we do not yet have a plastic train. So that is probably what we should do now. Let's also bring the speed back down a little. How is our plastic looking? I also upgraded this one a little. So we now have 4 rubber makers making rubber. Which means if we boost all of those, that's going to use quite a bit of diesel. Actually, I'm not sure if this pipe here is going to be big enough. So yeah, let's just upgrade it. And so we can now make quite a bit of rubber. At least if I boost all of those, that's going to be quite a lot of rubber. It's basically filling up this belt. Which is good. And then this station is empty. We can use this one for plastic. So we will say this is going to be plastic, and we don't want to do anything to this one. Also don't want to import. We will put load and plastic. This was our old station for getting wood in, probably, to this system. But now we have our dedicated station there. This system, by the way, is running quite well. And if we are using a lot of power, like we are doing right now, because we are running a lot of arc furnaces, we are using coal and the wood. And I'm just starting to get through this coal a little bit, but we could probably pause this again and see if our wood can keep up with this. But that is definitely that is putting some strain on our wood situation here. We also do have low supply of sand here because we are now making that much glass. Or why is it? I don't know. It's probably a combination of things. And also this is starting to get a choke point. We should probably here just assign some more excavators. This is just not gonna help with our truck situation because we only have 30 trucks unassigned. Okay, but this is most of it is working. Dirt is starting to fill up. That is okay. That is actually what we want. We could start dumping dirt, but I'm gonna do that at the end of the episode. What I kind of wanted to do now is put the plastic in here, right? So we'll take you and we'll bring you up, and let's see if we can somehow bring this all over the map without making this a problem. Okay, something like this. And something like this. Now, this is definitely gonna put some strain on this. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out for also this one. I think we can get rid of this one. Or are we dependent on getting rubber out of this? I think we can just allow exports here and tell this to only output to belt if above 180, so trucks can still get some rubber there. Because we actually need rubber, for example, for here. Yeah, this is also gonna move at some point, but yeah. So this should mean that we do... Why did I pause this one? This should mean... Oh, this will also mean that we are running out of oil. Where's our second oil? Oh no, it's still fine. It's still fine. Okay, so we don't have enough unity. Okay, then let's just build this one and let's set up a line. It's called plastic basic because it's not a network. And we are adding a stop here, which says you want to fill up, and then you want to go all the way over here. You want to unload until you're empty, and then we also want to add probably this one if you are below 50%. Now, what are you doing? You're waiting for a free track. And you're waiting for a free track where exactly? Here? Oh. Is there no connection between here and here? Let's see. What happens if we put this one in? Is it gonna resolve the conflict here? No, you are waiting for a free track there. No, I don't want this technically. I would prefer if... Do we need to get rid of this one? Let's get rid of this one actually. Can you move here, for example? Don't really care where you are moving. And we are getting rid of this one. Let's do it like this. I'm not sure if trains aren't able to go through all of this, but this is a problem. Where you are waiting for a free track there. Do we have an overlay? You're waiting oh. No, you are trying to go. Okay, we have to look into this. Okay, can we drive you manually here? Nope, I want you to drive there regardless of what's happening. Okay, you are out of power. Can you go here, please? Nope, we cannot. Okay, so let's recover this. Okay, now it... Oh, did it just resolve itself? Or what? Now I'm not sure what the actual problem was. This is not ideal, but it's fine as long as it's running again. We do have a lot of buffers for exactly this reason. And now we also unpause this one and we get a train. Maybe we'll still... Yeah, we still have one in the depot. We get you to Plastic Basic. And then we should also unpause this one. And you are load. So we should have a... Now it's lagging again. We should see this train. There's a lot of trains. Yeah, we need to pay attention that we are not gridlocking ourselves too much here. Yeah, you all want to go there, so this is a massive choke point here. We really need to pay attention what's going on there. We'll see. For now it seems to work, but I will keep an eye on what's going on there. And you are low on water. That is weird. Because you should get more than enough water through this pipe. 450. There should be more than enough water going through that system. Interesting. Maybe it's not. But I'm pretty sure it should be enough. It will equalize. Arrival conditions not met. Okay. So do we have everything here already? No, we do not yet have plastic. Do we have a train waiting to be filled with plastic now? Yes, we have one that is arriving here. There he comes. Nope. Here, no. Where is the next one? did I assigned one to plastic. Wait, we can check him like this, I think. Bring to view. Oh yeah, it's this one. So he should bring plastic, which means once he brings plastic, we could technically at least build. Let's just pause this. Let's pause all of these. Let's pause all of these. Let's pause. Nope. Let's pause all of these, and let's pause these. And then let's actually build all of this. We do not have enough Unity. But we can start getting that stuff built. That is some more glass. I love how the stuff that we like built is now like actually doing something and bringing stuff in. No available space to dump material. Yeah, that's just because it takes a while for those to bring all that rock over there. Because I am dumping this long thing here. So that takes a while, but that is okay. That is okay. That is good. So yeah, I think I will get this built, and then we will see if we actually can get some stuff produced. Yeah, I think we are gonna go here again, and I'm gonna get this built. And there it is built. Let's see. Let's put the speed back. We do have a lot of problems. This just brought a lot of problems because we had to fill all those buffers. But why not? Let's unpause some of those, maybe some of those, and some of those, just so we can get some items in here, and then we can officially say that we are producing all of those electronics. Now we still need some stations and maybe a stacker here for all our trains to get all those materials out of here again. But I think that's for another episode. So as you can see, there's the green ones. Electronics 2, Electronics 1 is starting to fill too. And we should see those coming in. Now, of course, they will prioritize to go into the level 3 ones, which we do not yet produce. But I think that is working. And I think that's the end of the episode. Thanks a lot for watching. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm really excited for 1,000 subscribers, and we're gonna do a stream. And yeah, if you want to support me, you can leave a like on this video so the video gets shown to more people. You can subscribe if you watched until now and aren't for some reason. And you could also check out Patreon for all the blueprints and to support me financially if that's something you are interested in. Thanks a lot for watching, and bye.